make it a really difficult game for the Drow, and hopefully she's able to fall behind. Because one of the good things about the Terrorblade, like we said, is your lane versus Brew should go really well, and you can get active before the Drow Ranger. You can try and end this game with like 2 items before Drow is that ultra late game carry, because she will be that if she gets to that stage.
Nice scout out of the smoke as well. Ice placing down the observer ward just to give them that little bit of extra vision. Might even mean they start camping down around this bottom side. Could look to just yoink away the enemy's runes. They've already got a nice deep observer ward to be able to allow that. Maybe they're just going to look and check if there's any observer ward covering the mid lane. Doesn't seem like that's the case for right now. And I mean, I think they just walked a little bit too close there. Yeah, they miscalculated a little bit. It doesn't matter. It's just going to cost 1 sentry.
Dude, I didn't even notice it's email on the Pango, sorry.
Oh, so I didn't notice that either.
So there we go. So Dust is back to his ever so comfortable position 1. Something that, I mean, he's played pretty much for the entirety of his career, and yeah, emo back to the mid. So I did just say I feel like, you know, maybe IG might have a stronger like 10 to 17 minutes. Looking at Team Zero, like they have no joke of a like trio to move across the map, Rubik, Disruptor, and Ember. So do you actually feel like there is a side that is a little bit more favored with how active they can get through the early stage of this game?
It might come down to like the how the laning stage goes, right? Who's able to get out on top? Who's able to maybe yoink away another Wisdom rune? If you've got more levels, then the supports are so much further enabled to make a lot of these plays happen. We know that a big part of the damage component from the Pango Venge Willow rotation is going to be around having that Bedlam to be able to place down onto the Pangolier. So if you don't have that, I'm actually a little worried about IG's potential to be able to make a lot of these rotations happen. Whereas, you know, you look at Team Zero, you've got a lot more damage, I would say, on the Ember Spirit in comparison. You've got a lot more lockdown as well, just to be able to find those individual pickoffs and prevent the true escapes from happening.
I think I'm going to be putting a lot of attention, though, down towards his bottom lane. I was saying in the draft, this can be a very difficult lane for Beyond to play. There is some kill threat here from IG without a doubt, so it's going to come down to how active they get straight away once you hit level 2. But of course, Dire have a lot of spam as well, which could prove to be a bit of a nuisance, you know, with that Cinderbrew and the Fade Bolt, like we said in the draft.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the way to beat a Terrorblade, right? It's magic damage, both for, you know, early game as well as the mid. You just want to make sure that you're able to deal with his illusions and you're able to punish his relatively low HP value comparative to his armor. And you got to say that a Brewmaster with Urn plus a Rubik with easy ways to be able to proc that Cinderbrew is a very capable tool.
Just to stay down here for a little bit longer, another important thing is going to be just the equilibrium with the wave. Like you kind of... like you said, you know, the stun isn't too long of a duration, so you're going to need the full length of the wave to be able to chase down this Brewmaster to be able to get those kills. So we'll have to keep tabs on that as we take a look at how the other side lane is shaping up for the moment. This last pick, Timbersaw. Overall, like, how do we feel about the Timber this game? Like, is there many things that he has to be worried about for Zeal to have a successful game 1?
I think as long as he's not in some crazy dive sort of position, he's going to be just fine for the laning stage. Mid, though, it's hotly contested between Emo and 7E. Clearly, the man has a bit of an ego to himself, and he wants to make sure that he says, you know what, I'm still the top mid laner in China. I've still got the stuff. Are they the most recent major winners for China? I believe they are, right? Back at the single.
Yeah, top lane. PYW, all right, beautifully done. First blood picked up. It's going to be the Dark Willow that's able to find it. Yeah. Zeal is still sticking around. I don't think CTY is going to have too much kill threat, especially with all the reactive armor stacks.
He's just keeping a mental count of the multi-shot cooldown. He went too much further deep for another 5 or so seconds. CTY absolutely would have been able to kill him. I mean, of course, you never want to be this low on the Timbersaw, right? The thing is that he wanted the first blood. It ended up being PYW getting it instead. But you know what? It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because he's got the Dark Willow. He wants to be getting a lot of that experience, so he's happy enough for that as we see another bit of a chase happening. But again, QIQX able to keep them away with that Wave of Terror. It's a nice little combination, right? The TB reflection plus the Wave of Terror, not for the damage reduction, but just for the increased damage that they're able to do to themselves. Got to be very careful about going for some of these too deep dives. Otherwise, you're just going to cop that, plus a blood grenade to the face, maybe get stunned underneath the tower.
I wonder when they're looking to go. Now it's going to be the call into Ice. Instantly Beyond looks to step in to act as almost like a bodyguard. But they've split a lot of their damage onto the Rubik and the Brewmaster, so both will be okay.
That was a really nice play by Beyond. Just said, get down, Mr. President, and putting himself in the way of Ice, who, again, we mentioned how important the Rubik is as well to some of the tempo that's going to be happening in this game. Of course, Rolling Thunder. Ice has to be a little careful here. He's gone a bit too far forward with the meta still running.
Dust gets a solo kill. Beyond is putting a lot of damage into Dust, though.
He's going to be able to get away and pop the salve, though. It's a positive thing. Really just wants to avoid that being... Because otherwise, they would have really been in a position to be able to get a kill onto this TB, and that's exactly what the Brew wants, right? He just had the Urn of Shadows delivered. He wants to make sure that he's in a position to be able to start getting those charges up and play a little bit more independently from the Rubik.
Maybe this is their window now, right? With meta on cooldown. So we'll see if... With Ice coming back on over, it looks like he did refill the bottle out of 70 mid lane, and this is still very hotly contested between the two, 24 and 5 compared to the 24 and 4. We're going to get our first rotation top though, QIQX. Looking to help CTY and PYW with a dive. Looks like they should be able to secure the kill into the Drow Ranger. So overall, Invictus Gaming off to a great start this game, 3 kills.
They absolutely needed that bottle refill as well. After 70 got it delivered, he just ended up being basically back down at 20% HP. Once again, he's had to ferry out a salve for himself just because of how well Emo's doing in this mid lane.
Very close to the glimpse.
Oh, maybe a little careful here on Emo. Doesn't have a ton of HP available to be able to play around with. No bottle. Might look to get a refill from PYW if you can get that, plus have a Dark Willow in the space to be able to contest the first power rune. That's going to be a great tool at his disposal. So Emo wants to make sure that he deals with the creep wave as quickly as he can before that's a factor. Looks like they will have to stick in that lane though. Might not be able to contest the first power rune unless... Okay, they quickly are able to nuke it down. Now it just comes down to a question of luck. Which side is it going to be spawning on? He has it covered on both sides by 70 anyway. Shield rune, probably the best one that he could have got at that stage.
They're going to go for him though. All right.
No,
bottom there was some...
available feels pretty nice. I mean, now you can't really look to make a lot of those plays. Dust has still a majority of his metamorphosis available. They're still looking desperately for that first kill though.
They should be able to find a down bottom, especially with Emo here. They won't be able to get it. Ice. Nice reaction with the TP, or nice read, I should say. Meanwhile, top lane, Zeal is just 1v2 in this lane, being able to body out CTY and ZZQ. So this is a full creep wave that's going to go underneath the tower.
This is very much the old school style as well, as when I talked about those wisdom runes, right, and how important it was going to be. Look at how much attention is being given over Team Zero to make sure that they retain it. They cannot afford to give this one up. They don't want any more tempo being given over.
No way, no way. That's illegal, dude.
That's honestly not a winning play for IG, right? Like now the Dark Willow 7 minutes in is already level 5, having secured both of those wisdom runes for the team. You've got the Timber Sword making a lot of space on the top side. This is the standard style of the Timber, right? Or sorry, the old school style. You just go like a Vanguard, you stick in the lane, you're basically unkillable, and it frees up so much space for PYW and QIQX to be able to make those plays, and PYW can make some stacks as well to really bring himself up there in terms of an XP.
And the hero can do a lot with gold as well, so... Oh, mid lane, Emo. Jesus Christ. Where does CTY play? How do you actually give this person a lane to be able to farm? He doesn't know where to go.
Well, maybe it's not the lane. Maybe he needs to start taking advantage of those mighty mines, right? Like you're a Drow Ranger, you've got a few points in the multi-shot, you got the Bassi ring. Just
look at ZZQ. I'm sorry.
Just trying to give him something to be able to farm right now. He's even going to tank the wave. Oh, I don't know if... Well, okay, he's going to drag it back. I'm not sure if this
mid lane
is supposed to be in.
What's going on here? Emo gets a kill into 7E. And IG going to look over to Ice as well. This early game is starting to get out of control.
Is indeed. We know how much CTY relies on that early game dominance. He's panicking enough. You never see this man miss last hits, and I've seen him miss a flag bearer creep. They also know where he is. Look at where the lines are being drawn on the map. They're saying CTY, he was farming a creep wave right here. They're on the dire side. They've got the Ring of Basilius. We need to make a smoke play up towards this top side. No Bedlam just yet. And are you owing that Emo just broke the smoke immediately?
Oh no, Zeal had a really nice timber chain play and almost got the kill.
Well placed up, but I don't think they have the damage. If they had Bedlam, absolutely, but they don't. And this might just be going a little bit too far next to the tier 2 tower. You've got Tippies available on everyone, and Ice is also preemptively coming out here with that smoke popping.
They're going to need more.
They got Pango. No roll, though, for 20.
See if they read the ward on the higher ground. They will now. CTY is going to poke out. We get the D ward. Is it really going to cost them much? Glimpse back on a QX. There's 5 heroes. IG bring 5. Team 0, they're going to have to respond with their own as well as Beyond. He's got his split to work with. Can even... Oh, he's out of mana. Gets it off now with the stick charges. Now they can turn to try and deal with Zeal. Is the damage lacking? That's the thing in question. Especially with the Terrorize from PYW. It's going to be enough to protect Zeal momentarily. 70's going to try and jump over the top with the Remnant, but now he's stuck. Completely isolated from the team as Emo's roll goes back towards the direction of the Remnant, and once Beyond split expires, they can swap him back into the Lion's Den as Invictus Gaming just have the ball rolling, non-stop aggression from them. We got a 10v10 at the top side. They're not even done as PYW. He wants a solo kill onto CTY, maybe with the Bramble being off the market might cost him in the end, but dude, IG are looking crisp in this game.
They are, and it's really clear to see that they had a game plan, right? Focus on bringing down CTY. He had a phenomenal day yesterday. Today, not so much, right? Already died two times more than his entire 2 games from the previous series, and, well, he's already been relegated back into the jungle. At least he's got his marksmanship leveled up now, so a little bit more capable of taking some of these stacks, but I think they just made it far too obvious that he was farming inside that top area with Emo about to get another kill, potentially. Yeah. PYW. Oh, this would be a nice pickup. If you don't think...
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Run, CTY. Another swash. Does he juke? Oh, nice. Oh, hang on. Right-clicking. Oh, QX. Oh, that is a crazy play. Very well done. He's now kind of stuck. Yeah, he's a little... Wait, they're balling out. No man left behind, says Emo. They might lose the Dark Will over to the right side as well. Emo's at least got the Rolling Thunder to maybe get himself out. Now Zeal's here as well. What is going on? You guys are behind a T2 tower. It's 12 minutes in. You're giving away some very big kills. Zeal is a different story, though. This guy's got 1600 health, Vanguard as well, 2 points to the reactive. It's going to take them a lot of time, but they got the glimpse, they'll send him back. And yeah, with the Vessel, Zeal, without a doubt, is get the courier. Okay, never mind, didn't have enough time to be able to do it. But, all right, Team 0, they catch a break.
It's a lot given up, man. Like, you give away, was that 2 killing streaks? I think the Dire team ended up claiming them, so we didn't actually see that it was yoinked away. But, I mean, pretty valuable stuff, right? Giving a lot of extra experience to the supports as well. Now Ice is up to level 6. Sure. We mentioned how important it is for him to be able to steal a lot of these big ultimates, like the Rolling Thunder. Emo's not going to be able to have the same level of impact because he's going to need to shield crash immediately after casting it. Things like the swap, things like the Bedlam, things like even just the Wave of Terror are going to be enormous for their chances now. And even ZZQ, he's got his level 6 as he stands near CTY. So maybe now they can look to make some sort of play alongside 70, but maybe he's also just saying, look, I just want my Maelstrom. You know, the laning stage hasn't gone too well for us. I'm still well behind where I would like to be, but they're not even going to be able to make some stacks. This is the time that you need to be able to do every little thing to be able to catch up.
Dude, I didn't know Dust had a Midas.
Okay.
All right, I mean, he's like... Dude, he's balling out, I suppose. Top of the net worth. He was not involved in that crazy dive behind the T2 tower, so he's been able to build up a lot of farm. I think CTY was even considering about his own Midas with the glove, but has gone for the Dragon Lance. 70's in a lot of trouble. And then over the top, Zeal. Oh, nice swap back into the Bramble. QYQX. Very crafty. Meanwhile, over to the right side, though. And they're going to have the damage to be able to get the kill onto Zeal. Is able to step over to the left side, chain down. Nice timing with the glimpse, though. Zeal still in some danger. Emo's trying to do what he can to disrupt the side of Zero. But it is not enough in the end. Beyond only 2 more bandits to work with. Oh, a little bit awkward. I don't know. Can they be able to get the kill? I mean, Emo's still got some damage to pump out. And Dust is starting to rotate over as well. Meta's at the ready. Look at the jump in over to the right side. Emo gets a huge combo over to the 2 heroes. Now beyond this split from the team. And they'll get Ice as well. It'll be a long chase down. And it's up to PYW Spells to be able to close the distance in the end with the Bramble just latching onto the Rubik inside the trees. And Dust, in fact, it's Emo that is rewarded with the triple kill. He hasn't been playing the mid lane too often, but so far this game, you know, this is kind of back to his old previous performances that we've seen from him on IG.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically hard carried the game from the mid lane with how he's playing on this Pangolier right now, going for super deep dives. Obviously, the laning stage going much better for Pango than expected against the Ember. Means an early diffusal blade, and you just see how quickly 70 melted in that previous engagement. Not having an Ember Spirit and not having a Maelstrom available means that you really... The Timber and the Terrorblade are really just not worried all that much about what's going on in a lot of these team fights, right? That's the big thing. You need the Brewmaster there with that Spirit Vessel to be able to take out the Timbersaw, and it's just a matter of trying to avoid. They have to spend so much on just killing Timber.
If PYW is a Midas, what's going on?
I think they just want that Bedlam maxed out as quickly as possible.
Is there even a hope of Zero winning this game if CTY doesn't go Midas? I'm very, very intrigued on the decision to avoid it this game.
Yeah, I think he's going to need it, absolutely.
Maybe he goes back for it after the Dragon Lance. We'll see. I mean, CTY is an incredible carry, so I just have some concerns on how he's going to be able to keep up.
Yeah. All right. 70, he just needs to push out this lane in mid and then hope that he's able to join together with the rest of the team. Downside is team is starting to die. Emo getting a kill, of course, once again, assisted by QIQX. PYW there just to be able to throw that Bedlam out onto him. Now they're even going to steal away some of these stacks. This is not what you can allow. They know that it's going on, but maybe they're just saying, look, at least it's a bit of a respite for the rest of the team.
Oh, they're going to be able to TP in 70. I thought the damage might be the one thing in question, but looks like with the Ember showing up, along with CTY off from the trees, they'd love for the Drow to get the kill, and that will be the case. So a little bit of extra gold.
I'm seeing a glove
given over to CTY. Nah, he's already had that.
Okay, he's had it for a while.
Yeah.
Seems like Midas territory to me. What happened with the Wisdom Runes at 14 minutes? It's a while ago. Don't even see them. Am I blind?
Dire's bottom tower is under
No, I can't see them either. Have we had just that much action?
I think so.
Oh no, ZZQ got one.
17. Okay.
ZZQ got one, and then we just saw the other one get picked up from Dust. So, all right, 10,000 net worth lead already for Invictus Gaming, 17 minutes into the game. A very commanding position. More action breaking up top though. CTY farming up a little bit too far past the boundary. And IG going to be able to punish him. That's just the 2 supports that are able to do that. PYW level 10, QIQX level 9.
I don't know if Manta Style's the go this game. Like, you need something that's going to be able to just... You don't have a lot of space to be able to farm on the map, right? And that's really where Midas comes into its effectiveness a lot more strongly. You know, you use Battle Fury if you're able to farm a ton of creeps, just because it's the most effective tool at being able to do that. You go Midas if there's not as many camps, and you're always going to have, like, some sort of a farming steroid for yourself.
I mean, I understand the Manta just in regards to, like, there's a lot you can dispel this game. The Dark Willow, the Wave of Terror, the Lucky Shot. That's the thing. Yeah, I would have hoped for it to be later on, not to be. And with the lead, IG going to be able to easily take Roshan. So You got the Wave of Terror, you got the Medallion. This roach is going to fall at a rapid rate. And it's probably Dust that's going to take it. I mean, you can even make an argument for... I think Emo might take it, or even Zeal, considering Terrorblade is that transform hero. And I don't know if this...
they feel in being able to go up onto the high ground with this first Aegis, right? You haven't lost a single tower just yet. You can see Zeal already made the TP rotation down towards the bottom side in anticipation for protecting it, and they just want to keep the ball rolling.
Ice, so they're actually going to try and take the fight. Maybe they get the Q onto QIQX, and it will keep Ice alive, but it is the split that is used.
All the teams
they're starting to bring...
around.
All right, it's easy. Q's going to try and drop the Static Storm, but the Chakram's a little bit off the mark. That might result in the Timber still being able to live through it all, and yeah, Emo's going to be able to chase down ZZQ as well. So at least Beyond's able to get the jump away, but that was a... they were just trying to take their chances there from Team Zero, hoping that maybe some extra heroes from IG weren't coming through the rift, but not to be. They make sure they bring the numbers just in case a further fight breaks out. So in the end, a 2-for-1, and just importantly, that Static Storm and Primal Split used. So you've still got meta if you want to try and get an objective. We don't see Dust with the boys.
Stolen. Even more stacks stolen as well. Emo is keeping up with the Terrorblade in farm. That is how good of a game he's having right now. 6, 1, and 10 on this Pangolier. And it's doing a great job of just being able to shove out these lanes as well. I want to commend 70. He's playing exactly how he needs to, right? He's just looking to make them have to try and make a defensive movement for once this game. Because right now, they just want to be making the most of this Aegis. They want to be trying to pressure down a lot of these tier 2 towers. They want to be yoinking away things like the Tormentor. And, well, they're still going to be able to, but someone's going to need to come back and address this mid lane. It can't just be the Terrorblade doing it. There we go. Pango's going to look to come back for that purpose. Dodges out most of the swashbuckle stacks. So maybe now this is the time for the rest of the team to be able to make some sort of play. Maybe it's just time for farming, right? CTY is just like, give me some space. And, well, with no Pangolier on the map, you feel like you do have that space for the Drow.
But do you think Dai can ever actually be the proactive team this game?
I think they need to like win a big team fight around. Probably not even a tier 2. Probably needs to wait for like
whoa
or second row.
Oh yeah, can't have your Remnant there. IG, nice setup. Jump with one, the other two laying and waiting with a trap ready to go. These other Remnant Ice might even be in some danger if Emo getting range for the slow.
CTY, you know
CTY,
around here.
Oh my god.
He's tempted to be able to go for that swap. Wave of Terror is a nice steal to be able to have, but again, forcing the glyph on that tier 2 tower. I really expected them to potentially get a little bit more out of that Pango TPing back, you know, maybe opening up an opportunity for them to be able to quickly go for a smoke play, join up together with the Ember Spirit, find someone, because mid lane is the worst place to be. You're kind of stuck there. There's no twin gates to be able to quickly move to either side of the map. So if you instantly just look to connect through with the rest of your team, you can oftentimes find someone out without that big team fight factor in the Pango. They're just... They're baiting when the few hits onto that high ground.
No, are they going to try on Deal? He disassembled the Lotus Sword, so we can't get rid of the Spirit Vessel. Oh, a little bit of a mistake out of Zeal there. They're going to be too late to protect him. They'll get a return kill onto ZZQ, but they want CTY as well. Emo's going to be able to hunt throughout the river. He does have some backup, but now with Dust here, nice use of the micro from Beyond. CTY tries to TP, and it's going to be successful. That was a really nice micro out of Beyond. Cyclone's up the Terrorblade, so CTY could escape, but I mean, everyone else is not going to make it. Ice tries to go for the chain TP. PYW, godlike, 22 minutes in, shuts him down.
Yeah, and it's just going to look to continue. That value Midas, man, he's already up to level 12. He's going to be just tossing it onto Emo. I don't think these two guys have really left each other's side for, I'd say, the past 15 minutes. Basically, Emo TPing back was the only time that they've looked to play apart from each other. It was some good movements coming out from 70 and Beyond after that skirmish, just basically to try and shove the waves in as quickly as possible. But again, Pango with the defusal is just so effective. One swashbuckle and a wave is gone, so they still end up losing a tier 2 tower. They don't get anything too much from it. Sure, you get a kill onto the Timber Saw, but that was a kill that probably shouldn't have even happened.
All right, well, Blue has Midas. Hopefully he can use it with the Arcane. Even... I will get it. Oh, well done. Extra value. Maybe that's why he bought it.
Sure.
Hopefully he doesn't die. Don't die! Oh, no.
That's why. Oh,
well. Yeah, they're just going to have to send either by ZZ... Ooh, ZZQ. Ambitious force. Oh, no.
All right, so they don't have Aegis anymore. They have to go high ground, potentially. I mean, they might just still look to choke out the map a little bit, right? It's not like they're getting any less strong. You can see PYW, he's even got an Aghanim Scepter queued up for himself. He wants to be even more of a carry this game for his team, who is 4th on net worth, by the way.
Far out.
Willow, yeah. It's the value of the Midas. You just don't know the new meta, man. The new support meta. I would never do it, of course, but...
I mean, let's see, he did get Ag shot as well, but yes, very true. A little bit inflated.
From the Tormentor?
Yes, yeah, from the Tormentor.
Okay.
Let
me praise the support for once in my life. Come on.
I let you do it enough. What do we... Does 7E go Boots of Travel next? Is this... Because, I mean, you brought it up earlier, and like, and we've seen from him, I mean, the past almost 13 minutes has just been him split pushing the map. I'll hold that because...
kill on PYW. Like, they tried to take
away
I
mean, sure.
This beyond godlike streak.
This also feels like you lose this fight, you might just tap out.
Yeah.
But we will see. They've got a pretty good position on the high ground.
He's the one on the front lines, and, oh, they've got the vision, though.
And they're going to run further over to the left side where the ward is. It looks like they want nothing to do with it, though, from IG. They're going to play accordingly, just back on off.
I think they just wanted a free kill, and that is not a free kill. You know, you need the absolute surprise factor coming through. So even more of that information, that vision, just providing them all the tools they could possibly need. And have a look at them now. It's a smoke coming through from IG, realizing, hey, this is around where they are. A kill on Beyond would just seal the end of the team fight, or even Beyond being away from the rest of the team. It's a lot expended for just a Rubik, though. And the lanes are being pushed somewhat well.
Do they know CTY is here, though?
They got a quick glimpse of it.
Oh, they scanned as well. They might run into ZZQ.
I think he needs to put his body in the way.
Yeah, he will. No, CTY. They're going to fire? Oh, look at the turn potential. Hopefully they don't get too many misses on the low ground. PYW is going to do what he can with the Terrorize, but it's not enough. Right, if they are starting to tip into the T1 tower, you're a bit stuck here now, though, on Team Zero. And as soon as they see CTY, that is a beacon for them to go straight towards the Drow Angel, output a decent chunk of damage, force him out of the Chakram as well, as CTY dancing in and out, but finally Zeal is able to lock onto his target. And now they'll be able to close the distance onto another one as well, as Beyond will finally show up. It is not going to have the damage bike himself to be able to get Zeal, or maybe Will 70. He wants nothing to do with the remaining stages of this fight. It's going to be up to Beyond to deal the damage to secure the kill, but I don't think he has it. And now can he even get out with his own life as well? That's going to be the thing in question. Ooh, nice blink away.
And a Midas. Come on. Ooh, Monka. I mean, he doesn't want to TP back, right? He wants to stay out on the map. He wants to keep slowing this game down if he can. Even going for the extra greedy route of, don't want to stand too close by. I mean, maybe he feels like he could kill Zeal. Never know. I said maybe not. But again, it's people fighting him on the bottom side of the map and not pushing. This is exactly what Team Zero wants. He's going to be able to
thought he was going to farm that.
Yeah, maybe the smoke.
Oh, no.
I mean, that fight could have still gone a lot better for IG, right? Like, the Terrorblade was trying to walk down from the Dire Ancient camps and then had to TP, and it was a really long TP because there were TP responses. So he actually wasn't there for the majority of that fight. If he was, then I think you probably don't lose 2 heroes for that that exchange. You still, of course, keep the most valuable hero in the Dark Willow Deathless.
Oh,
nice try.
Yeah, nice try.
Oh, they're going to be able to yoink away this this Wisdom Rune as well. Unfortunate.
They are set up for the other, at least on 7E. I do really like that he went Boots of Travel as well. Yeah. I really like that.
It's just about ratting. Rat the lanes, keep them pushed as much as possible, have increased movement speed so that even if you get defused, you know, it's going to come back a little bit quicker.
Again, this goes back to, like, No, I don't want to bring it up again. We've already spoken enough about it. No, you're a bad influence. You're a bad influence. No, will not happen. So, I mean, we got Roche up in 30 seconds. IG just probably going to play this one a bit more passive. I mean, passively I say that, but really they're just sweeping from the triangle over to the top jungle, making sure they continue to limit the farm. They are lacking some vision. I mean, you got 2 wards placed down towards the bottom right area of the map, but yeah, we'll probably for them
try and cut another one, but he's got a TB nearby and Avenge, so maybe they're going to try and catch him out. They're pinging him right now, but he's got a haste.
Where's his remnant?
I don't know if he has one up right now. I've been watching him for the past little bit. He puts one down just there. Oh, career kill. That's nice.
Another one. Oh, get it. That's a BKB. Get it.
Another wave cut. No, another wave. Another way. He's got.
You hate to pop BKB. You would really hate to pay BKB for a solo kill on BYW. Oh my god.
It was necessary. And again, he forced the back. He's forced the back. I mean, Drow, she's catching up a little bit in farm. She's been able to go the Manta style. She's got the Hurricane Pike. She's even got an Enchanted Quiver as well. So that extra attack range is going to be really useful for being able to be able to catch out this Terrorblade a little bit further. Those multi-shots going to get even extra value coming through from that as well. The Roshan, it's inevitable, right? They were still always going to get it, but maybe with this, they're going to be able to, you know, shove out this bottom wave, finally get a tier 1 tower with tier 1 bot only have 72 HP left remaining on it. So little objectives going Team Zero's way. It's just that they're getting big objectives on IG right now.
Yeah.
I think CTY is just going to backdoor this tower potentially. I just did it twice.
It still has to be said that high ground does look a little bit net worth and growing, sure, but I was going to say high ground does kind of look scary for IG. Like, you're going into a lot of stuns and a lot of like poke from afar, and if you ever commit too far and do not get kills on IG, you will not be able. It will be very difficult to reset outside the base with Glimpse, Kinetic Field, Telekinesis Change, and all the Drow slows. Like, that is, you are looking for a high ground defense where IG overcommit because their lineup kind of needs to, because their lineup kind of plays around committing in, and if they don't get those kills, that's kind of how you could find a way back in. So still, this, even though you got an 18,000 net worth lead, like, still this high ground push needs to be very methodical from IG.
They need a pick off before they go onto the high ground. And again, that's why I really just want to stay praising 70, right? He's staying out on the Radiant side of the map basically constantly. Like, he just wants to make sure he's taking their attention away, even going the Aghanim shard as well, just so that if there are 2 creep waves meeting, he could just toss a remnant there and have that damage over time happening.
This could also be the scary thing about the swap. So that's another thing we have to look at from QIQX. Can give them a lot of room to actually play.
Could Ice get a steal as well?
Oh, nice. Very nice. And he did.
He does.
All right, great call. And they should be able to get the kill onto the Venge, so this is the start. You bait one hero out, Emo's going to commit. Beyond doesn't have mana for the split, but will get the 4-staff away. Nice swap there from Ice. Beyond still in some danger. Another jump over the north, dude. They are doing a great job to keep him alive. Another glimpse back. This is what they needed. They overcommitted that high ground defense, and CTY gets the double kill as well. This is the start, but that was picture perfect. I don't know if you could do that again from Team Zero, where you bait the illusion, you get the kill on the Venge, you steal the swap, you use it defensively on the Brew, then you 4-staff him out to safety. Like, dude, that was a perfect defense.
That team fight. Like, he was huge in that one, just being able to steal a lot of that. I'm sure he was probably one of the ones making the call of, hey, try and bait an illusion. We really want to try and steal this swap because it enables us to be in a much stronger position. And, well, they ended up losing someone, but not to IG for a change. That's nice.
It's also sad seeing the Disruptor have he had both his tier 2 and tier 3 neutral items, neutral tokens, I should say, in his inventory. But so is there an argument? He's got 2,800 gold. He's got a Lotus currently queued up. Yeah, I was going to say, like, are we think? I mean, Lotus is very good this game for the swap, and again, we spoke about it kind of mitigates Dark Willow, but Reflection. You have so much gold. Are you just looking at a Scepter?
I think they're considering it, but maybe they're just also going to be coming to this stage where it's like, all right, Dust doesn't really need anyone to dive. He just needs to be able to stand there and right-click. So are you actually going to get too much value out of the Aghanim Scepter? rather than something like a Lotus Orb where you need to be the ones going in a little bit more aggressively against him, right? I think they can look to just stand behind Dust a lot of this time. Nice, I see. He stole the shield crash as well, again, after the swap, so don't have that tool again. You would love to. He's just, again, trying to slow this one down a little bit. 70's brought himself up to level 20, so he's got even more damage coming out from that Sleight of Fist as well. And now he's looking to try and scale a little bit. Looks like he might be going into the Ags.
Oh, Seal?
Never mind.
He's a bit split from the team. And opening now, we're starting to see some of the damage that CTY can pump out once she gets to the later stages. I also quickly mentioned Beyond has a Radiance. Crazy, crazy stuff.
Okay.
Nice swap back. Beyond, the chain control needs to be perfect, and it looks like it will be thanks to Emo. He's got no buyback as well, so IG can get more out of this. They know the Static Storm being on cooldown too is not going to be an issue for Emo, but he gets stunned inside the base, and the silence again. Sunder from Dust, but it's not going to matter. And now Dust, he'll lose his ages. And he doesn't have a meta for the respawn as well. He can play around with the BKB and look to TPR, but it means that the rest of IG are in no man's land, and once again, Team Zero will stand strong and live to see another day.
Net worth is not only not growing, it's shrinking. It's down to 14k after it was up at 20k just, what, 3 minutes ago? They're even able to yoink away the gem as well for an additional little bit of a net worth boost coming over for Team Zero. So finally, they're going to be able to leave the base. That high ground defense by Ice previously was enormous. And I mean, you got to remember, this was without the primal split as well. Really good control for him there. You have to wonder, like, what's he got? He's got a tier 3 neutral item. Does he want a aesthetics cap coming through at tier 4? I think that would be the perfect thing for Beyond to be picking up here on the Brewmaster in about a couple of minutes.
How did Emo get stunned up? Let's take a look at this, because I think someone stunned him towards a later duration of the roll. I don't know what he's stunned by right now. Maybe Ice stole Missile? I don't know.
I think it was,
but...
yeah, and he cast it during the Rolling Thunder, so you're immediately stunned afterwards.
So, I mean, also Ice, he has Sunder now to work with. Just stole it there, as we see in the replay. So we'll see. We'll see what they're able to do, but we got a ball game. Like, this game... It's very, 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 very close. It's not even just yet. Still 77% probability for IG. Looking for a kill onto QIQX. Jesus Christ, the damage. They might lose Ice. Sunder on a Beyond, and now he can turn with the split. They're still not playing with their full 5 men at the moment on Team Zero. CTY hasn't wanted to enter the fight just yet. They're just waiting over to the right side, seeing for an opening when he's going to be enabled. Beyond's going to be cautious, because once he pops out of the split, he has no health to work with over to the right side, though. Dust trying to send CTY away. 70's still really being a nuisance for IG to deal with, but now he's completely out of mana. One more remnant. He'll get enough distance away. It's up to Ice to get him back to the safety of the base. Dust is hunting, but 70, he'll be okay.
He will, but the base starting to get hit on too. You've got a creep wave here, but again, they're forcing them back. This is that 35-minute creep wave as well, so double siege creeps. We're hitting into the bottom tower. They're really not wanting to allow Team Zero any space to be able to make an aggressive move or play on their side of the map for a change. And CTY as well. He's built up a lot. He ended up being able to take that Wisdom Rune at the 35-minute mark.
PYW. He's still got this streak, dude. He's just playing too aggressively. I mean, and why not? That's 1,000 gold for 70.
Terrorize too.
And now they're even hunting. Oh, Dust is stuck. Okay, they don't know. This would be a devastating loss for IG if Team Zero can find a way back in. I mean, you're very close to doing so, but the mental damage that would accrue from IG with a loss like this in a lower bracket, keep in mind, this could be too much for them to handle. And bottom lane, they see Zeal, they see Dust. This is a lot of information for Team Zero.
Ice, so he used the Blink Dagger and the Force Staff aggressively for himself already, so has nothing else to be able to catch up. And, well, they look to get rid of that Observer Ward as well with that little bit of information revealed. What else could they look to get? I mean, it's honestly gotten to the stage where this next Roshan becomes really interesting. interesting, both for the outcome of it with the potential for Team Zero to fight, as well as which side of the map it's going to spawn on. It'll spawn on bottom, but just for 30 seconds before moving up towards top. It'll spawn on top before moving down bot. So you'd probably say that's going to favor Invictus Gaming if buybacks do start to come into the equation.
You want to go for this? Well, they'll start from my size, force out a BKB. A bit of a victory in itself. Oh,
tried
close with the timing.
Towards the end of the BKB, but still healthy enough duration on it. That was his first BKB charge, actually.
Emo's got a pretty...
Means no timber for this high ground push. Do they want a high ground push is the better question. I feel like you still absolutely need
no way.
that Aegis. I mean, they're positioning to try and pick them off as they look to go for it, but there really isn't any reason for Team Zero to leave the base right now. Maybe they feel they can contest the Roshan, but not into the lack of information that they have right now. Despite being able to pick up that gem, and it's sitting on Beyond at the moment, they still have very limited vision across the map, whereas they basically have full control over the right-hand side on Invictus Gaming, and means that they're going to be able to position themselves up towards this top side for... They're anticipating Roshan to be spawning, they're praying for it to spawn and be their get-out-of-jail-free card.
It still feels like this game for Team Zero, like you make one mistake, you know... Yeah. And because you look at the heroes they have, they are very position-based. You disrupt, we spoke about early on, disrupt the Rubik and drown. Radiant have a crap load of damage to blow them up. It's you even we can add the Dark Willow into that with the performance PYW's had. So you make one mistake, you step out of position slightly, that could just be the game in a heartbeat. So all your hard work could just be wasted.
Yeah, and it is going to be that bottom Roshan. Let's have a look at the buyback status. We've got some on Pango, we've got some on Timbersaw, we've got some on just the Venge. So 3 on IG. They're the ones that are going to be able to take advantage of this. They're the ones that are going to lose a little bit of this vision control up on the high ground. It's just a Sentry Ward placed down just yet, not wanting to reveal that they see them, but it's actually a full-on wraparound that IG are going for.
Yeah, and Ice has been pivotal. Wait, they're trying Roche? This is ballsy. Out of the pit they go. But IG have been able to get some positioning. They've moved up. Team Zero just staying on the higher ground. Emo can break that instantly with the Rolling Thunder, and they're all grouped up. This could be disastrous for Team Zero, as we're seeing the damage that Dust able to output straight onto CTY. He goes to the draw range, it's just locked into place. Team Zero caught out on the high ground, and IG capitalize instantly with that opportunity.
I think any time that you even remotely show around that sort of area, there's no reason for a Brewmaster to be there unless he is the team is there contesting Roshan, right? They've been so good on Team Zero at being able to resist a lot of the damage, a lot of the pushing potential that they've put forward by IG, but you just show once and Emo knows I could just roll in onto this high ground. There's going to be a lot of people there. Does it, secure the Roshan, secure the Aghanim Scepter as well. Who ends up taking that one? Pango? No, he's given off to someone else.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Where did it actually go? Did you see?
I didn't. Did he drop it in base?
Wait, was that not second Roche? No. Was it? Oh, it's in base. Yeah, it's in base.
Absolutely headaches. So giving it to the Venge. All right. Double life. Always feels good. They love the value of this swap.
Full set of barracks down bottom. Look for more. Like we said, one mistake can be ever so costly for Team Zero, but they have had a lot of success with team fights around their side of the map and close to their own base. They're actually going to pay them some respect on IG. Looking at back on off, what are we close to? I think this might almost be a Daedalus for the Terrorblade. You just had a Hex picked up from Zeal. I think Emo as well has got a Shivas coming out. So you are very close to some big items.
You are, and the one thing that I noticed as well from CTY is that he had a Silver Edge queued up for quite some time prior to this. He still got it queued, but prior to that, he ended up selling like how many components does it have? 4 components, 3 out of the 4 components, just so that he would have buyback for that next team fight if the fight warranted it. So good understanding of how important that Roshan fight was, but maybe without that extra little bit of net worth, he just wasn't able to truly contest and pump out the damage needed with those extra crits. But I mean, you got to say the fight didn't start out in a way that Team Zero would have liked at all.
No, without a doubt. They want these fights that's a little bit more drawn out, where they're able to play position-based and kite dance in and out. Have the full room of the map. They can area in a close proximity.
Even just once his...
Yeah, the Scepter. Used to be above the stone.
Yeah, but he's constantly ferrying his career and he never seems to be picking it up. What's going on, Ice? Oh, maybe he picked up someone else's. I don't know.
He has Beyond's Philosopher's Stone. I don't know how the hell he got that. Anyway.
I don't know, maybe he dropped it.
It's like, yeah, here you go. I have 2 stones.
Just in qualifiers.
That's a perfect time to do it.
Tormentor for free would be not horrible. Would give Drow Glacier actually. Pretty good for high ground defense.
See if they even consider it.
I think they're just so scared about leaving the base right now.
Ooh, run. They're coming. Oh, dude, this is not a good spot. How do they know? How do IG know where they are? They're straight onto CTY. He's got a buyback. He can look to rejoin, but this is a disastrous start for Team Zero, and it will continue to be that way as 7E activates the BKB, tries to turn. He actually wants to Remnant in 7E. Got to be cautious now because the Hex might catch him off guard pretty shortly. Zeal's ready to go with the Blink Dagger as well. Over to the right side. Nice swap. QIQX. He's able to keep his Dark Willow alive. They're not done just yet though. Zeal on the prowl for more. They're going to be able to catch out the Ember. He does have a buyback at least to be able to rejoin. He's not dead just yet. Emo's in some danger. Once CTY is able to freely right-click, we can truly see the power of this hero. But have they gone too far in IG? Once again, they need to pay some respect, and Dust, he tried to TP out. That'll be stopped short. He's got a Sunder to work with, but the silence, it's too long of a duration. Once again, Team Zero somehow, some way fight an incredible high ground defense, but it will cost them gravely as PYW gets the kill, but in the end, it'll be Beyond that is rewarded a triple for the Brewmaster, and they will still live to see another day. Team Zero aren't out just yet.
How did they know? I still don't know how they knew that they were playing in that sort of area. They're going to be able to retain the gem as well, so nice little bonus for them there. But once again, you're 1 lane of racks down after, what, the 3rd entrance that you've had to contend up into. This is crazy team fight. This is exactly what we've come to expect from China.
Unlucky, our observer. I have the fight recap. He was looking for it. It's all right. We can take a look at this one again. Yeah, I don't know how the hell they knew they were there. Regardless, an incredible read from the boys on IG, but it didn't work out in the end. Like we said, long drawn out fights. It's going to favor Dire.
Nice eyes. He's picked up his level 20 plus Aghanim Scepter for himself. He ended up getting 2.5k gold just from that fight alone. He picked it up at the very start of this fight.
Oh, I mean, that is a crazy decision to go back in. I don't know how you keep the Ember alive there as well. 7E is playing, overall he's played this game exactly what they needed of him, just dancing in and out, clearing off waves, but inside the fight as well, doing whatever he can to make the space for CTY, who we saw after that death to start went uncontested.
I want to say he's been, like, he started the game 0-3-2 or something like that, and he's brought himself up to 7-5-12 on this Ember Spirit, basically being the sole person to be playing on the front lines for his team. They're going all out here. I feel like they feel that we're finally in a position to be able to hit all of our timings and truly be that contest that you need to be worrying about. He's got Refresher picked up, he's got Spell Prism, he's got Ags, he's got Shard, and is level 25. So this is a lot of damage that's going to be coming through from...
What? Wait, Emo? Emo? Okay. Whew.
So previously he would have died in the old patch before they fixed the change to the Aghanim Shard there, because previously it used to deal the damage right when the Remnant landed, or when you cast it rather, but now it's when it actually lands. So even with that Aghanim Scepter, Emo's fingers are just a little bit too quick.
To continue the point on 70, he's still very vulnerable with the items that he has with the Hex on the Timber. So we need to pay a lot of attention to how the Lotus Orb is used from ZZQ inside these fights. Because if I don't know if you consider it, where do you fit Lincolns in? Maybe you get rid of the Maelstrom. I mean, it's a lot of your wave clear. It's a decent chunk of your damage, honestly, as well. So I wonder what I guess you can eat the Scepter, maybe, and go Lincolns. We'll see. Still got a lot of room to grow.
Maybe he's got a lot of faith in Ice Ice as well, right? He's got the Aghanim Scepter. Maybe if he's able to like swashbuckle a TB, you don't actually die during the Hex.
Okay. And CTY is disconnected from the team.
CZQ
Gonna be able to drop a wall
forward as well.
Radiant are scared.
Nice scan. Got an idea of what's going on. Beyond's actually going to start aggressively. The first time that really Team Zero being the proactive one to start the team fights, they should be able to deal with the Venge. Can they get more out of it though? 70's not going to mess around with the BKB. Wants to activate it to protect himself. Over to the right side though. What's going on? Zeal. BKB TP out, he'll just be able to make it. Meanwhile, Emo, though, might be in some danger as well, as there's an opening. They know that the Timbersaw's not here to protect Emo, who'll be able to get the swash down to the left, but with the refresher activated from 70, he can easily close the distance. Has got the damage by himself, though, because 70's out of mana. He's going to be relying on the remnant to deal the damage. It's not enough. No way Emo lives.
Oh, man, come on, question mark. Give me the question mark. That's what.
Nah, we're not there just yet. No, Kyle.
That sort of play, you know, that's the sort of period where you kind of want to do a little bit of show.
Dude, they may throw this. If they lose this game, you're in a very tricky position. You can't question mark with how you had a lead and now you are.
Perfect time to question mark. It is that really awkward situation. Beyond brings himself up to level 25 as well, so didn't go for the fear ignite of the Cinder Brew, which honestly I wouldn't have hated, right? It would reduce a lot of the damage that the Terrorblade is able to put through, but clearly he feels like the Brewlings having that Drunken Brawler passive is going to be very important just for a little bit of extra damage out.
Whoa.
First aggressive move.
They should know. I think they saw the swash coming through from Ice-Ice's shield crack. Oh, what is that jump? What is that jump? Ice! ZZQ's going to do what it can. It's a pretty decent static storm, but CTY doesn't want to right-click. They are out. They want nothing to do with this team fight. But can they cut their losses? That's a dieback on the Disruptor. Beyond is just stuck in the middle. You are not escaping the Scardy. Terrorblade is over in the river as well. CTY dealt with Emo. That was a dieback for him as well, but PYW solo kills CTY. He's done it from start to finish. The Dark Willow.
They got to kill the TB though?
They might be able to actually. Hex is there. Zealand with the damage from Dust. They are crumbling.
He buys back.
They'll instantly look to buy back. He's going to try and go back in with the Remnant 70 with a Giga Chat plays. Has he done it? Has they given themselves enough time for the Drow Ranger to respawn? It was looking disastrous. PYW getting the big kills on the backline, but the decision making from 70 this game has been incredible.
And he's even got a shield rune to be able to play around with as well. Of course, having the bots, he's going to be able to join the team back in another 30 seconds if required. But you got to say, with Beyond as farmed as he is, with an AC and a double siege creep wave, they're starting to hit onto the high ground themselves.
Wait, can he die? Oh no, Beyond's pretty tanky. They'll get the buyback on one. They're going to be so cautious, raiding. They even have the buyback in Dust as well. That's a big kill into Beyond.
Hell out.
And he will do just that. Ice as well is out of mana and potentially out of health pretty shortly as well. With the Zeal hunting, he's going to be able to get the proc out of the Stormcrafter. Link, he went to the high ground. Oh, he missed the chain. Oh no. What the hell is this game?
The other 25 talent? I don't know, but there is no trees near that sort of high ground.
What is this game, dude?
Entertaining, that's what it is.
So, that's a lot of diebacks from multiple people. I think Emo, that was a dieback. CTY, Disruptor as well. So all those timers are going to go to wait. It looks like it actually might favor Radiant considering Roche is back up, and I don't think Dia can contest this. Unless they go now for a fight.
Yeah, I mean, Drow, what's she going to do?
Zeal. An aggressive jump. I'll be okay.
Any glimpses?
Terrorblade. Oh, let's see if they're going to be able to get one. 70 jump over the top. They're starting to tip in. 70, remember, he just bought back Pride. He's going to be so goddamn cautious. He doesn't really have a lot of mana as well. They're going to try and get onto it, the Emo. But once the Rolling Thunder is used, this looks like a horrible fight for Dire. They're going to commit. They're going to try and chase down QIQX. They'll be able to secure the kill in the end. And they'll also deal with the illusion as well.
I mean, they know that Roshan is up. They know that the lanes are in an okay position. CTY looks like he just wants to deal with one before getting into that Roche pit. Still got a lot of gold to be able to play around with, but not enough to be able to buy that next item and still afford the buyback. You honestly might want to give this one over to 7E, right?
Oh, Ice, that's a huge jump. He's been ever so vital to their teamfight success. He's got a buyback and he can look to use it instantly if he wants to. Roche, it's about to fall. Can someone get into the pit? Dust is going to try and move in. Who's got the quicker fingers? It's Dust. Gets the ages, snags the second life. But meanwhile, once again... Oh no! What's going on? No, not this bug!
Oh, Carle!
No! Dude, 70 just took so much damage! Oh my god, I hate this bug still.
Yeah, it's got to be instant, man, and it's got to kill. I don't know. I don't know what's going to go on, but 70, he's going to die without buyback here. He doesn't have anything. No BKB, no refresher.
No, that's devastating.
Okay, maybe he could put a really long remnant out. He's still got a Sleight of Fist available. He might be able to just get away, but then that just means that they could turn in onto Beyond. He doesn't have buyback on the Brewmaster either. It would need to be a huge play if they're going to be able to get out of it. And this is the thing that a pause does as well. They get a chance to survey the area. They get a chance to see that there's that Aghadim's Blessing on the ground. That, I mean, you would love to pick that one up on Timber. You would love to be able to pick that one up on the Terrorblade. Two great Aghadim Scepters still able to be used. But what do you do now?
So he can dodge the crown with Sleight, but if he doesn't use Sleight straight away, he probably dies to TB.
He needs to remnant, Sleight, and then get out. And then pray that, I don't know. All right, Remnant, Sleight, Remnant again afterwards during the duration of the Curse Crown. I'm just trying to be do hypothetical here. And then CTY, still 17 seconds left on his TP, so maybe he just needs to
not a
blink
bug.
Wave. Oh, no. I mean, what is the bug? I
don't know. Can you do your job real quick? Also to mention...
Let me load up Duolingo.
Ice bought Boots of Travel 2 as well. So... let's see what the decision is going to be for him, how he looks to rejoin him. I mean, he can go to the creeps, but...
At least they're all in the game, right? That's the positive side.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all right, sure. Sure, that's true. Dude, this is heartbreaking. This is... my mood is just falling off a cliff now.
I mean, all it says is how to solve it with bug. That's all it says for the top line. Trial is the second one, and something TV is the third, so I'm not sure.
Oh my god. So, how crazy does CTY get? You got Blink up in one.
Do you think he commits for this? I don't think he can, man.
I mean, can you, like, do they see... So they see the Pango. I mean, Chains is about to expire. But do you, like, blink to the, like, south of the Roche pit and multi-shot the Pango? I don't know if he's got the damage. No one's going to soak it. There's only one TB illusion.
I mean, Chains has, like, half a second left, and he's got Swashbuckle up, so... I don't know. I don't think you make that sort of play. I think you've just got to try and bank on 7E being able to escape. You've got to bank on Beyond. He's got his Blink Dagger available on the Brewmaster, so maybe he's going to be able to, with the Shard, cancel the split early and be able to blink away to some sort of safety. I mean, he's got Cyclone available as well, so you toss the real TB up in the air. This is the sort of thing that Team Zero are going to be able to have at their disposal.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got Dispel Magic up in one, so another way to be able to deal with the TB illusion damage a little bit. And they finally picked out that, hey, there's an Ag's Blessing here, but Beyond couldn't, could he? He couldn't, like, Cyclone him up, Dispel Magic, cancel the Brew Split, take the Ag's Blessing, blink away.
Oh, I don't know. Does he have buyback? He doesn't.
No.
But he bought out for this fight, actually. Sorry, he bought back for this fight. Okay.
I mean, something crazy happened because someone's dying, or who knows, maybe there isn't if they just, their attention isn't fully focused onto one hero. I'd say for IG, they're just going to be saying, right, who needs to die here? For me, it's going to be 7E, right? Like, he needs to die. He is the one that's causing us so much extra havoc. He's the one that's hit this really scary timing around his level 28, and he's the one without a BKB. We know this. We know that we've got him caught, so it's just a matter of being able to catch on to him. And even the little things, right? The Arctic Blast, the Skadi Cold Attack, these things slowing him down are going to slow that Remnant as well. So maybe he's not even going to be able to get it far enough away despite having the Aghanim Scepter buff.
Oh. The comms must be You've probably gone through everything now. I mean, we'll see really if they've gone through everything, all the permutations, all the situations. You know, if what happens if we jump this, what happens if we jump that, if we retreat, we go left, go right. Done all the calculations, but what a position, let alone what a position for us to be in. We got to keep in mind as well, IG were, they had a stupid net worth lead, like 20 minutes in the game.
That's what I want to see. You know, the win probability back at 12 minutes, I think, was 82%. That is really high, really high that they were able to get forward. And I mean, you could just see it's a constant roller coaster of basically when they have Aegis, it's really high, then they win a team fight and it drops back down. It's still sitting at a very nice percentage right now, 69 coming through. But, you know, I think we could look to see that one swing back over in IG's favor after this one. I think there's just way too much that they're up against the wall. And I mean, just not having the buyback is the biggest factor, right? I don't think that they can look to take this fight. CTY maybe does like a blink to the left-hand side to multi-shot a creep wave just to slow things down a little bit. But I don't know. I don't know what I would do in this sort of situation.
So I guess one thing we haven't taken into consideration is CTY does have buyback. So can you, like we brought up before, like he could go for this crazy play. You would definitely not do it. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe not even put his life on the line, because it's just more like, how much can he take before he dies potentially?
Does he want to take the Hag's Blessing, maybe? Oh, not bad to have on the drow.
It's not bad, but can he get, I mean, probably Emo like swashes in, right? And Zeal has blink in a second, so.
He's freed up a spot just to be able to go for the Aegis snatch, but it means that he's going to be able to just quickly, I guess he doesn't really want it in his inventory. He's already got the Ags on the Pango.
If there was ever a replay, a game that would... Where do you think I'm going with this?
Replay prior to this fight or like prior to the pause?
No, sorry. I was going to say, if there was ever like a moment or example for Valve to be like, all right, this is enough for this bug to be removed from the game, the pause bug, I think this is one. Like, we know it's also frustrating when, you know, you're middle of the game, something, you know, maybe nothing's even going on, no fights are going on, you know, you pause, game unpause straight away, you keep doing it, it happens a couple times. But in this fight, we see prime example of what happened twice, 3 times, where 70 takes a bunch of damage as well. I mean, he took like 400 damage off the back of that. Like this thing has to go. It's got to go. It's crazy. It's still here.
Yeah, even just for pubs, it's pretty annoying, right? Like people constantly trying to spam the F9 and, well, it doesn't work all that well. So we'll see. Hopefully.
We will see. Hopefully.
That's the big thing, right? You want... Change comes from a lot of feedback coming through, basically. Let's call it what is, complaining. And I feel like there's certainly warranted to complain. This is a lot at stake, right? TI is at stake, and Team Zero, they have fought so valiantly to be able to stay within arm's reach of this one.
Yeah, and dude... both teams, whoever wins this, has to play another series today. They have to play the last series of the day. It's another day with 4 best of 3s. They have the first series, and you have the last one. So the winner of this is going to face the winner of Aster versus Bright in a lower bracket semi-final. And that is going to be another... Yeah, it's probably going to be Aster. Bright, you know, they're on a bit of a run right now. We'll see... how if they're able to continue that or not, but yeah, it's got to be said. I mean, it's probably going to be Aster, and for either IG or Team Zero, that is a stupidly hard opponent.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate PYW again this game?
Dude, what a game he's had.
14, 2, and 21. He's got a Moonshard on his Dark Willow as well. He's got his Aghanim Scepter. He's got the Blink Dagger, so he's always able to use the Bedlam. Level 26. He doesn't care about the extra Bedlam attacks anymore. He's like, you know what, Emo? I'm tired of enabling you. It's all me. It's the PYW show.
At this moment, like, whether it's, you know, let's do both sides. If IG win and if Team Zero win, if we don't even see the rest of the game, who would we give MVP to for the 53 minutes? You know, let's start with IG. If IG win,
PYW.
PYW
or Emo. Yeah. One of the two.
Yeah, I mean, you of course make the argument for Emo's early game and what he was able to do. I mean, he single-handedly carried IG, and his rotations were exceptional. I mean, what we said, this was like, you know, it wasn't
single-handedly,
not single-handedly, but like
PYW.
Yes, sorry, not single-handedly. He was a duo PYW, but this kind of went back to like, you know, like you said, who. Oh, all right, hang on, I'll hold that thought because we have a go.
That's a bit of an aggressive go there, Zeal.
I mean, Zeal knows, he's done the calculations. He feels like they are in a winning position in this fight, and I don't blame them. It's a 3v4. You've got the
there we go. He's like, we'll go when we're ready.
So, I mean, yeah, what they said.
For Team Zero, it has to be 70, right? Like, if they're able to get out of this one. All right, here we go, Duolingo.
Or Ice. I mean, 70 and Ice.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely. Yeah.
So it's funny. I mean, both sides, the position 2 and the position 4, has been ever so pivotal for them to be able to take this game, or at least be in the position that we are currently in, which is absolutely crazy. So,
this is referee is what 70 says.
Okay. All right.
Any refereeing? Any umpiring?
For like sports in general? I think I did like one baseball game, I think.
Did you get abused? Is that why you stopped?
No, it was a lot of pressure. I mean, I love the game. I played baseball for 10 years, but umpiring behind the plate is it's a very full-on thing. Like it's yeah. It was just a bit.
Catcher.
Yes, yeah. So it's a very, very full-on thing. I have a lot of appreciation for blues, blue as they say, the umpires. So I did one game, and I was considering about doing like AFL and basketball umpiring as well. I mean, a lot of
get abused.
Yeah, I mean that's
is the place to be.
That is the place to be. I mean, a lot of like kind of teenage kids, like 15, 16, 17, you know, they all, you know, you think of jobs to do to try and earn a little bit of money. Macca's always comes up there at the top of the list, and umpiring, because you probably play a bunch of sports. So, but I only did one game. What about you? Do you do any umpiring?
Doing very well.
Never. I never wanted to be in that position to have to make
it's fair
that
enough.
sort of thing. I mean, I get abused enough casting, you know, like
Shut the hell up.
From you, you're the main culprit.
Dude, I do no abusing, man. I'm a nice guy. Just a nice person.
Let's let everyone make their own conclusions
assumption
from how things are happening here. All right, let's go through more hypotheticals.
Okay.
Do you think 70 is dying? Period. You think Zeal's bored?
I mean, Zeal always does this, though. He always spams voice lines. There was another person yesterday I was watching. I'm like, ooh, I don't know if you're in the position to spam voice lines. It actually might. I think it was Zeal.
You're the voice lines?
Well, it was like you guys you're losing the game and you weren't playing very well.
Have fun with it.
So is 70 done? Okay. I mean, but really, like, it's a question: does he stand and fight, or does he look to try and turn? I mean, like we spoke about, you can probably slight. There's not enough illusions or people nearby to, I think, dodge the Cursed Crown in the first slight. So, I mean, you can either... We got to keep in mind as well, I mean, all the Remnant, the cast point has been increased as well. So it's not instant. So if you off the back of the paws, if you Remnant straight away, you're going to take a little bit of damage. So maybe you have to slight, Remnant over to the left, activate another Remnant. You will get stunned. Who's going to be able to blink? I mean... Emo will have Blink in 3, can Swash to follow. Zeal could follow with Hex.
I wonder if this is actually going to be a case where CTY actually wants to give his life up to be able to, like, protect 70. Like, 70 does that over to the left-hand side, and CTY just blinks in, because he's got the buyback, right?
Yeah, like, he might not even blink in, dude. He's on enough of a range where he could turn with marksmanship and actually, like, 4-hit the TB. And if TB dies now, you've used Satanic, Manta, Meta, Demon Zeal. All of a sudden, this could be a different fight. Potentially ISIS, Buta travel back in. There is definitely an argument for them to actually want to stick around and take this fight.
Yeah, so maybe I was talking about Beyond, what he can do is cyclone up the TB. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he cyclones up the Pango or the Timbersaw. Probably the Pango, just because of the fact that he's got like a little bit of extra. I guess he doesn't have the movement potential, but he doesn't have the Lotus Orb, right? He doesn't have the Kyra and Sange. So you're going to get a lot longer duration out of that Cyclone. You're going to get another Dispel Magic off to be able to deal with those TB illusions. And then, like you said, the Drow can just full-on focus in onto the real TB.
Yeah, I think I mean, there's an argument to be said of cycloning Zeal just because the Hex. Like, how is the Hex going to come into play now with BKBs being on cooldown? Because if one person gets...
the Lotus, that's all. I'd say that's what Zeal is probably going to be popping immediately when he comes out of this pause.
You know, one thing I did not know until the 30 seconds ago is the Brewmaster Dispel with the Wind Panda kills the Venge Illusion with Scepter. I feel like that should not be a thing.
Well, it is. Deal with
well, yeah. I mean, yeah, it is. But that seems like a crazy mechanic for you to just... You die straight away, you just dispel, then the Venge Scepter is just completely wasted. I feel like it should be a strong illusion, but anyway, I did not know that mechanic before this fight.
All right. More stuff about this fight. I'm going to tell you a bit of a metaphor. It's about buffalo and cows. Have you heard this one before?
Jesus Christ.
This isn't a boomer thing. It's just a thing. You know, so calm down. All right. So both buffalo and cows can sense if there's a storm coming, right? And when you see a storm coming, you either can run away from it like cows do, or you can run into it like buffalo do. What do you think Team Zero are going to do? Are they going to go the full retreat? Are they cows or are they buffalo? What do you reckon?
They're motherfucking buffaloes.
All right, let's go, buffalo.
They're going into the storm. They're going to try and fight back. No static. No, yeah, we ain't talking about no static storm. So we got some time as well. Let's speak about this. What about the item decision from Disruptor? You know, the choice to go the Solar Crest instead of
a couple of fights now where the Aghanim Scepter would have won them the fight. Like Dust was caught out without the BKB being popped, and he's just still able to pop it and walk out of a kinetic field. So yeah, I'm a little perplexed. I still don't mind the Force stuff just because of what you are up against, right? You've got a Pango diving you with Diffusal. You've got a Timbersaw diving you. You've got to get out of the brambles, right? So there's all these sorts of things that need to be taken into the equation. But yeah, I'm not sure if Lotus Orb Solar Crest was the better option.
Yeah, I have no issue with the Force. I mean, we've seen how they've been able to win fights. It's been just kiting IG and like... we said it very early on. You need IG to overcommit, and once they do, that's when you're going to be able to win a team fight. That was back when, you know, they had a very large deficit and the game wasn't looking good. But yeah, it was just like, I mean, I don't know when he bought the Solar Crest. I don't know if it was when IG were like moving up high ground and he just wanted a quick item, because of course it does have a lot of value with CTY, and we've seen like if CTY can stand his ground and right click, he deals a lot of damage. But you know, this is always a thing in question, and you know, there's never really like a right or wrong answer. There's a lot of other decisions. It's very, very situational, and we've got the time to be able to speak about it, but it's like, how different would this game have looked if he maybe have waited for the gold for Scepter? Yeah, maybe they don't win some of the fights without the Solar Crest if CTY doesn't do that much damage. So yeah.
The Lotus Orb for mine is the one that I'm a little more yeah.
Oh boy, this is we're getting spicy out here, Mr. Denok. We are getting spicy.
I'll let you take it away.
Well, all right, we'll see. So this is we are in a very, very interesting position now. Hello, guys. It's been a while. Faced 53 minutes of a very long game. So
let me take a sip, actually, while this is going on.
Let me take it. Oh, why? There's some big news. There's big news. So it looks like, I don't know how this is going to work. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to work. But it looks like we are potentially doing a remake. I don't know where the remake starts. I don't know if we start from scratch. I don't know if we can even start from the previous fight. I have absolutely no idea what's going to go on. So we are in a very, very interesting position where we're 53 minutes in, 42 to 31 kill count, 19,000 net worth lead for IG, and we might potentially be doing some form of a remake. So this is a crazy position to be in. I mean, there are a lot of stakes on the line here. TI12, got to keep in mind one slot for the China qualifiers as well. So,
I can't believe you came up with this decision, Aries. I mean, you've always had to be commentating the whole time, and now you've thought of all of this. This clearly was not fitting how you wanted the script to be, but well, we'll have to wait and see what ends up happening. But before that, we got to go to a break. We'll see what ends up. Of course, it's in much more capable hands than ours as to how this decision is going to eventuate. We'll have to wait and see. We'll hopefully give you a bit of an update soon. So catch you in a bit.
All right, we are back. We should have the game back on the way very, very shortly. No remake, no crazy stuff like that. So we are still going to be in the same position that we were in prior. So all the crazy situations, all the permutations, all the potential plays that we were speaking about are still a possibility. We will do it live.
Hopefully. we don't know. We don't know 100% when the admins are going to make that final decision when we're going to go through. But here we go. The G's come out from Invictus Gaming. A Team 0 ready to G, or will it be GG for them coming through after this team fight? Remember the status, not many buybacks left remaining for both teams, to be honest, but the key ones are the Ember Spirit and the Brewmaster. Brew just bought back for this fight, Ember Spirit bought back for the previous one, and he's in a really precarious position.
Oh, the help from Zeal. Oh no, that is
okay, so
tricky.
I always wonder why people do this.
Okay.
I really feel like I hate position one's holding onto an iron branch, but you can see it's actually sitting.
Yeah, that's so funny.
So CTY had it the longest time, and I really feel like it was literally just to try and like make them misclick it and pick it up in their inventory instead of the Aegis. He tried it, but it didn't work, and because he was doing that, Dust was able to pick up the Aegis. Yeah,
it's so funny. I was going to bring that up. I was like, hang on. I'm like moving my cursor. I'm like, hang on a second. There's an iron branch here. What the hell is the branch doing? Dude, oh, Zero don't want to go back in this game. This is not a good sign.
Oh, no. Translating again.
I'm glad you've now at least accepted your one true role in the cast is just to be a translator.
I am very skilled, I agree.
Can you do it live though?
No. If it was French, yes, but not this. The answer has been given, says Zeal.
Oh god. Can I get a CTY camera, please, Mr. Scruff? I'm almost certain it's Scruff. Thank you.
Lots of talking going on. Oh, here we go.
Whoa. Who's unpausing?
Emo.
Jesus.
What?
Oh my.
Right.
Oh, we get a little bit extra fucking crazy here.
Is there a little smirk on the face there? I don't know.
We see nothing. One thing I've always wondered, have you noticed how Emo like see what he's doing with his keyboard now? Look at his Zeal is chuckling. He like spams buttons on his keyboard. I don't know how you can spam that many buttons and not be doing anything. Dude, they're unpausing again. Dude, what's going on? There is so many pings.
Big disagreements going on and a lot of question marks. I mean, there's question marks coming through in response to Emo.
Look at the pings.
What a reversal of fortune coming through.
Quick.
Oh, all right. But I understand why IG is saying. They're saying basically the admin said they're ruling. Why are you just holding this pause without anything actually happening? But obviously, Team 0 feel like this isn't what it's going to be. All right, CTY says shameless, question mark. What else is happening here?
Jesus Christ. Oh, we're the thing of it. Oh, this is too good.
It's scrolling too fast for me to translate.
Yourself.
The referee just say it. PYW says the referee has said it. What does Dust say after that? Notified by the referee. CTY says we didn't accept it. Emo says okay. 70. IG Dust says the referee didn't say anything but let us open. And I don't know what 70 says. I don't know. I don't know what N is either, if that means end. GG end. IDC MMR end.
Look at all the pings on the map. It's crazy. Dude, it's a color show right now.
About to come out, so the rainbow sunstrike.
This actually looks pretty cool.
This should have been the shader coming through, not the CRT thing coming in. Just a constant disco party going on in the middle of a team fight.
You were doing very well. I'm very proud.
So I mean,
Gabe heard.
I just.
I don't know what you can do in this situation. I completely understand both sides of the the spectrum, right? Like IG is saying, look, this is what the referee said, this is what we're going to do, but Team Zero is saying, no, this isn't right, and we have our rights to be able to stay in this one. I wonder if he's going to say something like, if you love me, you won't kill me in this fight, and we'll be able to reset, and maybe like a gentleman's agreement that we'll wait for the meta to run out and maybe just take another team fight. I don't know. The Aegis is already claimed. I think we can say that that's the case for Dust. That really didn't change anything, but just let him go. Let him go. Come on. Let him live, Bible thump.
These are old teammates, right? With 70 and Zeal, with previous homeboys. So that was kind of the team that made it before some of them moved over to PSG LGD as well. So, yeah, I mean, this is a crazy position that we are currently in. So, I must say, I don't think I've ever seen this. I'm the one beautiful thing about Dota is that every day, every game, there is always something a little bit different that happens, and I don't think we'll see this one again anytime soon, or at least maybe something a little similar.
Change happens as a result of these things. That's the one positive, right? Sometimes it just needs to happen in a high-stakes situation for it to really come to the forefront, come to attention as something that really needs to get changed.
So, I mean, we do have a little bit of an update in regards to just overall the gameplay. 70's mid-spellcast of Remnant.
True, actually.
So,
we've got another half second of things to be able to go on. So he didn't slide during that.
No. I think it was kind of a panic.
He might be able to just have another slide up at the very end of it. Maybe he's going to be able to dodge out like the actual stun from the Curse Crown.
He can probably slide the Creep Wave to dodge the Curse Crown.
If he gets there fast enough. Remember, he's got the Skadi and the Shiva Slow on him. Oh, they're saying All right.
And we are underway. Let's see what the decision is going to be. Slide out, stun instantly. Multiple buybacks. I mean, we'll look at the damage coming through. All right, CTY decides to stand his ground, but he will get stunned up from Emo. Straight away, they're going to go towards the Dry Ranger, secure the kill, but CTY can look to rejoin if that's the decision they want to make. It's a dieback for Ice Ice, but 70 will live.
You know where he is?
Oh, beyond. Nice blink. Can he get the TP out, though? Is anyone going to be cancel him? Wow, very close.
Game's still live. No Aegis left. I believe the Ags got picked up. I don't know by who at the end of all of that. Timbersaw, I believe, ended up using it during all of that. You can see it in the fight recap. But you get away on the two heroes that bought out previously. And more importantly, the Drow. She is the only one to die that has that buyback remaining.
7E.
Game continues.
Okay. Game continues. But it is still not a good position.
Does he just buy the Ag's Blessing and swap the bottle in or something? I don't know. You just want to get maximum value out of this. You do not have buyback for the next 4 minutes, so you got to just try and get as much value as you can. And well, they're trying to force the issue. They're seeing if Drow Ranger has that buyback available. I wonder if he even just give up this one extra wave here.
Let's try.
Demon Zeal being used to continue the push on forward, even with that meta on cooldown. They're going to sync up perfectly. 53 seconds left on the cooldown for both, and that's the big change with the Demon Zeal, right? You've just got such a longer duration available for it that these high ground sieges become a little bit easier. Really,
they can address Megas. Oh, they're going to get the jump. He's in a little bit of
tower.
I think you just hold and let them get the Megas. We'll see what the decision is going to be. They're very hesitant on Team Zero. Mega Creep's now on the agenda. You weren't forced to buy back out of CTY. You will have Ice Ice up in 20 seconds. I mean, maybe this is forces CTY to go something like a Septum. Maybe not, because again, Beyond with Radiance and Cloak of Flame. And again, with all the items that 70 has, he could potentially address some of the creeps. One issue is this ward inside the base, though.
I really want to see CTY buyout here. I think a buyback now at this state is pretty useless, just because the heroes that are going to be on the front line in the Ember and the Brewmaster, they're always going to be the one that dies first if you've got a good positioning on this Drow Ranger, right? So what's the point of just staying back with a second life if you've got no team to be able to fight with? We can see how much damage CTY does when he's able to just stand there and right-click, but if no one's standing in front of you, you will not be able to have that. So make the most of it while you can.
I can't stress enough how huge his ward is going to be inside the base. Oh.
I think he turned it around, actually, so he was on the wrong side of the glacier there.
And they're starting to get a little bit of space here from IG. Swap back instantly into the Hex. 7E, he's been ever so vital, and that's a dieback for him. And now IG, this will probably be the last fight. Beyond somehow gets the split off, but it's eyes on to CTY. The main damage source now for Team Zero is going to try and turn to Zeal. They'll get the glimpse back, but a BKB will stop that short.
And now they just don't have the stuff to be able to make plays with, right? I guess they've got a refresher on the Brewmaster, but they don't have anything else beyond that. CTY just going to be have to stand.
They got to go. Another swap from QIQX. They steal the swap on Ice Ice. We'll see what he's going to be able to do with that. Meanwhile, Beyond's into the middle. Another round of the split, but CTY is just nowhere to be seen. Stuck inside the base. They're going to Cyclone the Terrorblade, which will stop some of the damage. Emo's falling low. CTY's going to try and deal with Avenge Illusion, but Dust's over to the left side. They need to deal with the TB. Ice Ice will do his best, but they just have to worry about too many people. The G's are caught. And finally, Invictus Gaming.